Greetings, citizens of Fall River. My name is Joshua E. Silva. I am running for City Council for countless reasons. I literally just left my job site to come here to do this video so I could present some of my ideas to you. I didn't come prepared with a fancy speech from my campaign team. I'm not taking donations to spread my propaganda all over the city. I'm basically reaching out to you because I'm a taxpayer like you and a business owner. I've owned a house in Fall River for over 10 years. It's a 3-family, owner-occupied. I live there. I fixed the property up. I've invested plenty of money in the city. I've also run a small business. I'm a contractor that's been in business now about almost 20 years. I know what it's like to pay bills. I know what it's like to have to make money. I know what it's like to have to meet a payroll. I understand that we all want services and we all want to get what we pay for. But unfortunately, in Fall River, over the past, say, 20 years, the city has been so mismanaged that the money that we pay for taxes and fees, it just never seems to be enough, because what happens is the money that we do pay is totally wasted by our government, and the city council has the controls on those spending. They get to vote on all the bonds, every budget, new fees, what fees are going to be implemented, what fees aren't going to be implemented, what fines are going to be enforced, and so on and so on. Anything to do with money, the city council basically gets to vote on these issues. So to go on further, as we saw at the council meeting, which was last night, Tuesday, I believe, October 13th was the date, we found out that our sanitation enterprise fund still isn't sustaining itself, even though we had implementation of pay-as-you-throw last year, which has never been enforced, which I know is a hot topic because many people feel that they do the right thing and use the bags, while there's others that don't because they're not going to comply with an ordinance that wasn't in existence up until a few weeks ago. But what happened was that fee, when it was implemented, we knew wasn't going to produce the revenue to make the sanitation fund sustainable on its own. But either way, the city moved forward with that. 7 councilors voted for last year's budget, which included pay-as-you-throw. So basically, they were voting in favor of pay-as-you-throw, as we've heard former acting corporation counsel Gary Howiak state that when it was voted on last year in the budget, those councilors voted for it. Now, there were other councilors that didn't vote for that budget, and this year, those same councilors voted for pay-as-you-throw and the new $10 sanitation fee. And as we found out last night, that enterprise fund is not self-sustaining at this time, and they actually want to use free cash, which is tax dollars from the general fund, to supplement this account if there's a shortfall in that enterprise fund at the end of the year. Now, there's a problem with that because someone like myself who has chose to opt out of using the city trash and paying the fee and the bags, and I've gone with a private hauler, now my tax dollars are going towards funding that account. So that's not right. That's not how it's supposed to be. If I'm opting out, my tax dollars are supposed to go towards funding public safety, funding education, and city hall services, whatever they may be. But either way, that's not right. But that is some more mismanagement that's going on in Fall River. Another issue we have is bonding. The mayor sent down a request for a bond for a new fire truck and breathing apparatus. Now, we've all known for, I don't know, who knows how long now, over years it's been, where they've needed updates in that equipment. But right before the election time, the mayor thinks it's a good time to whip out the taxpayer's credit card to purchase a new piece of equipment so that he can maybe gain some votes before the election. Either way, we know we need the equipment, but there was free cash available to actually pay for this needed equipment up front and not have to pay any interest, because in Fall River, when we bond, we pay for a higher interest rate than other communities. So we need to control the bonding and all of the spending, because if we do that, the city won't have to raise your taxes every year. They won't have to threaten you into paying fees to fund public safety.